Good morning everyone. My name is Bhanuth Vinod Kumar. I am currently pursuing my Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering at Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies, Basar, and I will be graduating in 2027. During my internship, I had the opportunity to work on a real world full stack web application called AI Food Ordering app. The project was developed by the MERN Stack, which includes MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js. The internship provided me with the practical exposure to MERN to modern web development by allowing me to on both front-end and back-end technologies. I learned how to design REST APIs, manage databases, implement secure authentication, integrate payment gateways, and build responsive user interfaces. In today's presentation, I will be briefly explain the project overview, internship objectives, system architecture, implementation details, key learnings, challenges I faced during development, and finally, I will demonstrate the working application through a live project demo. Let's begin with the project overview. This slide introduces the overall project and objectives of my internship. The title of my project is AI Food Ordering App. It is a full stack web application that allows user to browse restaurants, view menus, order food online, and securely complete payments. The primary goal of this internship was to gain practical experience in full stack web development by building a real world application instead of only learning theoretical concepts. During this internship, I learned how different technologies work together to build a complete software system. The main objectives of the my internship were to understand the complete software development lifecycle, to develop secure REST APIs, to design responsive user interfaces, to integrate front-end, back-end, and database efficiently, to build a scalable application following industry standards. Skills learned. Throughout this internship, I gained knowledge in several important areas. First, I learned full stack web development where I developed both front end and back end modules. Second, I worked extensively with the MERN Stack, which consists of MongoDB for database, Express.js for backend APIs, React.js for front-end, Node.js as a runtime environment. I also learned REST APIs allow communication between front-end and back-end. Another important learning was implementing JWT authentication. JWT means JavaScript Web Tokens, which secures user login and authorization. I gained a practical experience in MongoDB database design. MongoDB is not a NoSQL database, including collections, schemas, and relationships. Finally, I use Redux Toolkit to manage application state efficiently across multiple React components. In this project, first time I used Redux Toolkit state management. Next, coming to the architecture, MERN Stack architecture. The architecture of this project is divided into three layers. First three layers are front end, back end, and database. The front end developed by using React and Redux Toolkit handles user interaction. The front end communicate with the back end, which build using Express.js and Node.js through REST APIs. The backend performance business logic and communicates with MongoDB, where all application data such as where all application data such users, restaurants, menus, and orders are stored. This layer architecture makes the application scalable and easier to maintain. This layered architecture makes the application scalable and easier to maintain. Coming to next slide. Coming to project architecture and implementation. This slide explains how the application was designed and implemented. The project requirements. The application supports two types of users. The first type of user is customers, we also call normal user, who can browse restaurants, view menus, add food items to their cart only, and place orders. The second type of the users is restaurant administrators, we call admin, who can manage restaurants, food items, menus, and customer orders. The system also provides secure login functionality and protect routes using JWT authentication. Coming to system architecture, front end, back end, and database. The front end is developed using React. React provides reusable components that improve code organization. Redux Toolkit is used to share the manage application data globally. The backend is developed using Node.js and Express.js. It exposes REST APIs that process requests from frontend. The backend also handles authentication, business logic, and database operations. The MongoDB stores all the project data, including users, restaurants, and food items, menus, carts, and orders. Coming to feature implemented. These are the features that your JWT, restaurant management, food items, and management, these are all. Some of the major features implemented are user authentication. Users can register, log in securely, and access protected pages using JWT tokens. Restaurant management. Administrators can create, update, and also delete restaurants, food items, and menu management. Admins can add categories and food items to restaurant menus. Customers can browse food items organized by categories, cart and orders. User can add food items to shopping cart and modify quantities before placing an order. This is the newly I learned from this internship, especially Stripe payment integration. Stripe is integrated to provide secure online payment processing. Next, Cloudinary image upload. Restaurant and food images are uploaded to Cloudinary and reducing storage requirements on the server. Responsive user interface. The application works uh, properly on desktop and tablets and mobile device support also. Coming to system flow, the overall workflow is very simple. A user opens the application, the front end sends a request to the backend APIs, the backend process the request and communicate with the MongoDB database. The database returns the required data, and finally the backend sends responsive response back to the front end, which displays the information to the user. This request and response cycle happens continuously while using this application. Coming to next slide. Key learnings and challenges and conclusion. During this internship, I learned much more than simply writing code. Key learnings. I learned how to develop a complete MERN Stack application from scratch. I understood how front-end and back-end communicate through REST APIs. I gained practical experience in authentication using JWT. I learned Redux Toolkit for efficient state management. I integrated third-party services such as Stripe and Cloudinary. Most important, I improved my debugging and problem-solving skills while resolving real development issues. These challenges are I faced during this internship in application development. Like every real world project, I also faced several changes. Initially, integrating front end APIs with back end service was challenging. Managing relationships between restaurants, menus, and food items in MongoDB required careful database design. I encounter authentication issues while protecting routes using JWT. Deploying the application and configuring environment variables correctly also required significant debugging. Whenever errors occurred, I learned how to analyze logs, debug API responses, and systematically identify the root cause instead of making random changes. This experience significantly improved my technical confidence. Coming to conclusion, overall this internship provided me with valuable practical experience in full stack web development. It helped me understand how real software applications were designed, developed, tested, and maintained. Now I will show the demo of the project working. Let's open this URL. Wait a minute. This is the web application landing page. These are all the restaurants. 9 restaurants are added. These are the categories drinks. When we these are the two items, and when we not log in firstly, then when I try to add to cart, then it will directly redirect to login page. Then we should log in first. Let's log in. It is a user login. User was successfully logged. Then this is the generated by the Grok AI using the LLMs. These are the reviews of this on this restaurant, like fresh flavored. Next to this one, hide option. Let's open this restaurant and select this drink, add to cart. Then we will increase the quantity here, or we can move the in cart also. Let's try to check out. Let's order this one. It's loading. This is the Stripe web page. Stripe page for checkout. Let's fill these details. Let's this mobile number. Okay. Let's randomly take 424242. Date 02 CV 567. Let's pay. Its payment was successful by the user. Let's check in go to orders. Here are the details of the orders. These are on status processing. Let's view the details. This is the overall order info, that name, address, amount and payment process. These are all the from user sites. Let's log out and log in as a admin. This is the user profile. Let's log out and log in with the admin. User cannot add a restaurant or add a item or category also. Let's log in with admin. This is the admin. Here we will see delete option. This is not appear when user logged. This appears only admin side only. Let's see this order. Here we will see add a item and add a menu or delete options. Let's see add one item, category, some tiffins, price 50 like idli. Descriptions also generated by the AI. Let's see screamed rice cake origin. Let's stop 89. Let's see download one image and put here. Let's copy this image URL and paste it here. Wait a minute. It's loading. Yes, here we'll see it was added. We can also add menu also, menu category. Next, go to back. Here we can add a new restaurant also. Here we can fill the restaurant details, coordinates, image URL. Then we will add successfully a new restaurant also. This is the profile of the admin. This is the overall working of the entire project. When here we click, we directly redirect to the landing page. Next, we can set here restaurants and the sorting order by rating and pure veg also. The 2 restaurants. This is the AI food ordering application complete working. Thank you everyone for your valuable time and attention. This internship has been great learning experience for me, and I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to work on this project. I would be happy to answer any questions also. Please post in the comments. This all. Bye bye. Thank you.